This is the best team I have ever worked with over my lifetime. They are so thoughtful and compassionate and driven, and they are full of hope every day that they can impact community positively. They think collaboratively, they look far and wide to find partners to effect the change and that's so badly needed in our community. So they're a family. It's a great place to work. As this is the best team, I'm anxious for you to get to know each of them and see what I do every day, because when you invest in United Way, whether it's your time or your dollars, these are the people who are thinking about how to take that and run, how to make it the best it can be for community. Please get to know them, love them like I do, and at any time we want you to invite yourself in, to volunteer, to work with them and get to know them even better.
I have been with the organization for 9 years. I started here right out of college, so I've really grown up with United Way, and I've just fallen in love with the impact that United Way of Greater Toledo has in the 3 counties that we serve. The fact that we are so widespread in the work that we do really has resonated with me, and seeing the long-lasting change happen throughout my time here has been really exciting and invigorating.
I've been with United Way 17 years, been in the Labor Community Service Department, and I handle fundraising, community activity, focused mostly on labor, but in other areas where they need me within engagement here at United Way.
I just celebrated my 2-year anniversary with United Way. I've been in the nonprofit sector for 10 years now, mostly in the areas of hunger and food insecurity, so this transition to United Way has been really fantastic to look at more systemic issues.
United Way really is in a unique position to move this community forward, because especially today we are so aware of the issues that have always been there, underlying, and we've been addressing on a day in and day out basis. But once this COVID pandemic hit, these became even more highlighted, they became more serious, more widespread than they had before. So it really does take an organization like United Way that can help to bring various parties together to collaborate.
I think that it might be surprising that we are capturing data in a way that makes it more publicly available. Moving more towards open source data so that we can put community members in the seat of a researcher, so that they have access to that information and can really use it to their benefit.
I think there's 3 really important key components that we do in our office within the county. One is, of course, we raise and then invest dollars into local programming. And then secondly, we sit on a lot of committees and coalitions tackling our most pressing needs within our community. Third, we work with our elected officials on different community issues, so that's on a local, state, or federal level.
Not a lot of folks recognize our government institutions and entities as also delivering lots of dollars out into the community for health and human services. And really, in my purview, what we try and look at our work as being a bridge over some of those gaps and maybe where our government services or government institutions are missing.
Whether it be handing out meals at some of our Connecting Kids to Meals site locations or building snack packs at our building. Since March, we have been able to assemble nearly 70,000 snack packs for kids to get on the weekend so they have food to take home. We've also been able to deploy volunteers out into the community to do different types of things. And those volunteers have given, at this point, over 15,000 hours of community service.
We know that food, shelter, utilities, making sure that people have enough to put on their table, a roof over their head, especially amid all of the job loss that was happening and the layoffs. That was our primary concern. So one of the first things we did was organize with our meal providers in the area to make sure that kids had meals in school.
We did a lot of advocacy work around the Child Care is Essential Act to really draw awareness to this system and this very fragile ecosystem and what we needed to do to really bring in more resources to support that.
So back when the pandemic hit in March, our department really sprung into action with fundraising for our emergency response fund. And since then, we have raised about $1.2 million just for that emergency response fund, which has been amazing. It's been really inspiring to see corporate partners and individual donors step up and want to be part of something, even when our environment is so uncertain and we have no clue what the next day could bring for any of us.
I'm definitely a numbers person, but being able to combine my passion for analytics and research with helping individuals is really what does bring me back.
Since working at United Way, I've discovered a lot about the word hope and understanding how much hope really just makes your world different. I've watched firsthand seeing kids come grab a lunch or a breakfast and watching kind of that little bit of hope that comes through their eyes. I see it in the parents that are bringing to pick up the food and bringing the kiddo to make sure they have breakfast and lunch. And you can see that just look of relief and seeing how that makes a difference in their day. I've seen the light turn on in eyes of volunteers who are helping to build the snack packs, over their masks of course. But I've watched how they're just so inspired and they get it. They see why we're here.
Working together, because with everything that we face, not only as individuals but as an organization, I've come to realize that we can't do it alone. We cannot solve the world's problems alone. So living united means to just embrace one another and all our differences and idiosyncrasies, just regardless of whatever, right, makes me who I am. It's meeting people at their point of need, meeting people where they are, and working together for a common cause.
I'm constantly reminded that we are a small, big town. We've got some big city issues, but we're small enough that I think if everybody worked together, these problems would not seem so insurmountable.
And at the end of the day, I want my kids to see me doing work like this because it matters and it's important. And so I'm just grateful to be able to get to make an impact every day.
United Way is doing something for others every day, 24/7. I couldn't think of a better career path that I've taken than to be here at United Way.
Now that you've heard the story of how we're united, how we work together, and we want you to join us, whether it's a financial contribution in our campaign, volunteering, or working through our advocacy spaces. Just get to know us. You know this team, and now be a part of it. Be a part of this changing community. Be a part of affecting families' lives and making their lives better every day, because we are all neighbors. We are all in this together, and we must live united.